And for this tapping, we are going to work on the inner critic, which I'm sure many of you are probably like, just shut her up or stifle them down there. That's not quite what we want to do. We want to integrate our inner critic and really become allies with them. I don't know about you, as harsh as my inner critic is or was, she still helped me get places, right? I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for a voice in my head saying, Colinda, you need to do this, or you haven't done this well enough, go try this harder. Now, I'm not saying it's okay to have an inner critic or, just accept it because they're helpful. No, what I'm saying is, yeah, it may have helped you get to where you are, but you know what? So can positive reinforcement and being kind to ourselves. We do not need our inner critic to be yelling at us, shouting at us, pushing us, harshly along the way. Instead, we need to integrate that inner critic and become allies, become best friends, and turn that inner critic into our biggest cheerleader. So that's what I want to work on today in this tapping video. So I'm going to take my glasses off. Like I said, we are going to do a little bit of tapping on the Shenmin point, just at the beginning a statement, and at the end a statement. And your Shenmin point, if you're curious, is between your pinky and your index finger, and it's on the crease within your wrist, and it can be on either hand. So let's begin. Tapping on the Shenmin. I love myself wholeheartedly. I open my heart to even more love from others and myself. I am love. I am light. Now let's begin on the karate chop. Whew. Even though I am so tired of listening to my inner critic and just really wish my inner critic would be quiet, but sometimes I just don't know how to make them silent. I love and accept myself wholly. Continuing to tap on the karate chop. Even though my inner critic is so loud sometimes, and sure, she may have got me places, but not in the nicest of ways, I love myself wholly and completely. Even though I don't know any other voice except my inner critic, and sometimes it shouts so loud at me that it really hurts. I still fully love and accept myself. Eyebrow point. This inner critic is too loud. Side of the eye. She really yells at me and I just don't know if I can take it. Under the eye. Sure, she may have said some things that pushed me along in life and got me further. Under the nose. But man, I don't like being yelled at. I don't like being criticized. Under the chin. I just really wish I knew how to control my inner critic. Collarbone. Gosh, my inner critic can be so mean sometimes. And I just wish I could make her a little more quiet. Under the arm. That inner critic voice is really pushy, and sometimes she's so overbearing, I cannot take it. Top of the head. Oh, my inner critic brings me so much stress and anguish. Top of the eyes. My inner critic just brings me so much stress. Side of the eye. My inner critic is too loud sometimes, and I can't take it. Under the eye. I really wish my inner critic would just go away. Under the nose. Sometimes she just cannot be silenced, and it just makes it worse. Under the chin. I really wish my inner critic would just be quieter. Collarbone. My inner critic just stresses me out. Under the arm. My inner critic is too loud. Top of the head. My inner critic is just too loud. Top of the eye. What if I didn't have to silence my inner critic? What if I could become her friend? Side of the eye. What if my inner critic just wanted to be heard? Under the eye. What if I could integrate my inner critic? Under the nose. What if my inner critic could become my best friend? Under the chin. Maybe then she can still be heard. Collarbone, but she won't be as nasty. Under the arm. Maybe my inner critic is really looking forward to being friendly. Top of the head. Maybe my inner critic just doesn't know how else to act. Top of the eye. Maybe if I told my inner critic that we can be friends and she can be nicer, side of the eye, that she would want to be nicer, that she would be nicer. Under the eye. Maybe my inner critic just needs to be heard. Under the nose. Maybe I can be gentler with my inner critic and invite her to be my friend. Under the chin. Maybe my inner critic is ready to listen to me, the other parts of me that don't criticize. Collarbone. Maybe it's time I give my inner critic another job. Under the arm. Maybe it's time I ask my inner critic, is there anything else you want to do? Top of the head. Maybe I say to my inner critic, hey, thank you. You've helped me get to where I am. Eyebrow point. But now I'm talking to myself in a gentler way. Side of the eye. Now I'm not being so loud and angry or insulting to myself. Under the eye. Now I want to be gentler, more compassionate, more caring. Under the nose. Nicer to myself. I want to be nicer to myself. Under the chin. Hey, inner critic, do you want to be nicer to me? Collarbone. Hey, inner critic, maybe we can be friends. Under the arm. Inner critic, wouldn't it be awesome if you and I got along? Top of the head. Just imagine all we could do together. Call our eyebrow point. Just imagine if we collaborated and celebrated all the things we've accomplished, how great we'd work together. Side of the eye. Can you imagine that, inner critic? Under the nose. Do you want to be friends, inner critic? Chin. Do you think we can be friends, inner critic? Collarbone. I think we can be friends, inner critic. Under the arm. I think sometimes you have great advice, inner critic. Top of the head. But I just think if you worded it nicer, kinder, more caring, maybe I would listen better. Eyebrow point. Maybe we can say things together as friends, unite and work together, and not hurl insults at me. What do you think, inner critic? Do you want to be my friend? Do you think we can work together? Under the nose. Chin. I think we can work together. Collarbone. Yes, this is the beginning of a beautiful relationship, inner critic. Under the arm. Maybe I'll stop calling you inner critic. Top of the head. Maybe I'll start calling you inner cheerleader. Eyebrow point. Do you want to be my inner cheerleader? Side of the eye. I want you to be my inner cheerleader. Under the eye. Yes, you can be my inner cheerleader. Under the nose. I know it. I can feel it. You so want to be my inner cheerleader. Chin. Let's work together. Let's be friends. Let's cheer each other on. Collarbone. Yes, you are my inner cheerleader. Under the arm. Yes, we do work together and celebrate. Top of the head. You are my inner cheerleader. Eyebrow point. You are my inner cheerleader. Side of the eye. We are cheerleaders together. Under the eye. I love you, inner cheerleader. Under the nose. And I know you love me too. Under the chin or on the chin. We love each other, inner cheerleader. Collarbone. You are my best friend now. You cheer me on. You make me look like $1,000,000 and a superstar. Under the arm. Thank you, inner cheerleader. Top of the head. Thank you, inner cheerleader. And now we're just going to finish off on the Shenman point again. I am love. I am loved. I am supported. My heart is open. And my inner cheerleader is my new best friend. There. I hope that perhaps this tapping routine has helped you release that inner critic and become your inner cheerleader. Together, inner critic and yourself can be best friends and really rally each other on. No more criticism, just cheering. Thank you. I'm Kalinda, self-love coach, author of Living in Love. If you thought this was useful, please do like, share, repost, and subscribe to my channel. Much love.